So we are at last at the end of this chapter, that is early societies, and we are doing the last topic of this chapter, that is hunter-gathering societies. In this video we are doing an overview of the hunter-gathering societies of from present to the past. So what was the past societies of hunter-gatherers and what is now it has become. So we are doing an overview for that. So let's get started. Scholars feels that the ethnographic data cannot be used for understanding past societies as the two are totally different. What scholars say is that for understanding the past societies of these tribes, we cannot use today's data because now in the present day they are very different from culturally, socially. So to understand the culture and social life, we cannot use the present data to understand the past data. So yes, what are the other instances? Present hunter-gatherer societies pursue several other economic activities along with hunting and gathering. So along with hunting and gathering, they rather don't depend only on hunting and gathering, but they also pursue other activities which includes engaging in exchanging and trade in minor forest produce, working as paid laborers in the fields of neighboring farmers. So these are the other kind of works that they do as their job, but not depend only on hunting and gathering. Moreover, these societies are totally marginalized in all senses. So they are having a margin of their cultural life. So what are the margins? That is geographically, that means the place where they used to live, their forefathers used to live, have changed now, and politically their life has changed because there are some rights which goes on with them only, and socially because they are very different from modern social life, so they are being neglected or like they are being preferred differently in the social life. So these are the marginalized senses that this tribe goes through. And the problem is that there is tremendous variation amongst living hunter-gathering societies. So there are very variation, that is environment, that is atmosphere, that is human behavior towards them, modern human behavior towards them. So there are lots and lots more different from present to the past. And also there is a little consensus regarding the division of the labor in food procurement. Also today generally women gather and men hunt. There are societies where both women and men hunt and gather and make tools. So now there are very difference in the work division. So what past societies used to do is not like present society is doing. So there are a lot of differences in all these kind of senses. Now there is an epilogue, that means it's now have totally ended with this chapter and they are giving a conclusion. That is, people in different parts of the world learn to domesticate certain plants and animals. So now early human have emerged with the modern criteria and now they have learned to domesticate the plants and animals and farm and hunt. So why do you think this kind of changes have came in this point of time? In such a hurry they are like changing. Not in a hurry, but they have changed. So why do you think this kind of changes have emerged into them? So let's see what are the changes, why they have changed. First is, as conditions were favorable for growth for grasses such as wild barley and wheat. So environment has gave a favorable condition to grow crops. So that was another change. We find is that human societies began to gradually prefer areas that had abundance of wild grasses and animals. That means the places like Tanzania and Kenya, these all are the places that were filled with lushy grasses. So these were the places where people used to prefer the most, as animals were being found very easily, plants can be found very easily, so life is very easy at there. With some areas being clearly preferred, a pressure may have built up to increase the food supply. So now not getting food abundantly in the natural way, as there was a real very pressure on that particular place, because many people are living at one place and hunting and gathering on a large space. So for that they have started farming. So that was another reason of, like, they have changed, they have emerged with the change. Farming and pastoralism began around 10,000 years ago. Was the Fertile Crescent. It was started from Fertile Crescent, extending from Mediterranean coast to the Zagros mountain in Iran. So you can now clarify that from which period of time and from where this kind of pastoralism and farming has emerged with. So yes, do you don't think that this farming and pastoralism has also gave us some changes, have given some changes in our life? So let's find out. Farming and pastoralism led to the introduction of many other changes. So let's find out what are the changes they have given. To store grain and other produces. So that was the first emergence of pots and many more scientific way to store the grains. To cook food, that means fire have emerged. New tools such as plow were used in agriculture. So plowing, this concept has came when they have used a new kind of tools as plow in their agriculture. People become familiar with metals such as copper and tin. That means the uses of copper and tin had emerged with the time. The wheel, important for both pot making and transportation, came into use. So wheel and fire is a very important invention of early humans. So by this way, modernization have emerged in the life of the early human. So I think you all have cleared your doubts, and I hope this chapter was very easy to understand by you all with my teaching. And now we will be doing in the next chapter, that is, now let's find out what happened next after people started living in groups. So to find that, we have to study the next chapter. So please see my next videos on chapter 2, that is writing and city life. So I hope you have loved this chapter, and I hope you will be also loving my next videos. So thank you.